So ideally a nice wide-legged child's pose, so knees go wide, big toes together, and you just reach your arms down your mat. Remember, it's perfectly okay to have something under your head. Some days in this position our mat feels a little further away or the hips feel a little tighter. So you could always do this over your bolster or your pillow or block. And we're just going to start to connect. Connect not just to our breath but our body. Taking those lovely deep inhales and exhales. Just letting yourself arrive. And letting yourself arrive without moving into your day. So it's very easy to kind of jump up in the morning and think about all the things we might need to do today. Please press that pause button. Please take this time just for you. And that inhale and exhales, hopefully getting a little longer, a little softer with every breath. So we are going to be taking a trip through those 7 energy points. You all know them well through practice or through the practice of yoga. You have got a little handout that you can reread. And these energy centers are what help us to feel grounded, connected, empowered. And each one works with certain parts of the body. Certain affirmations work better. Colours, mantras, oils. And we're just touching on a very small part. So let's take 3 more breaths in our child's pose. And just really feeling that sense of the earth holding you right now. Knowing that you're safe. Knowing that you belong. We're going to make our way into table, so just by drawing the knees in, obviously bringing the hands in, and then just step the hands a little further away so they're not under your shoulders. Just start to draw those circles, so again nice and slow, keeping that connection with your lovely long breaths, and just rolling through the joints. Again, very much aware of the ground beneath you. Maybe noticing if life has been travelling a little fast lately and you need to slow down. And then changing that direction. Probably quite a bit of clicking and releasing, especially as we're practicing first thing after sleep. So let's just take 1 more circle, knowing that your body is releasing as you move. After you've taken that circle, we're going to step the hands underneath the shoulders and take 3 rounds of cat-cow breath. So remember, we inhale, we relax the belly, and then we exhale and round the spine. Just taking this move in your own time. Again, it's nice just to close the eyes, having your own body awareness. And then once more, 1 more inhale, exhale. coming back to centre. So we're going to send the left leg long, bringing the leg to hip height, maybe extending the right arm long, maybe kicking back and holding the left foot. It's just an option. We can stay with the first one with just the leg, second leg and arm, or the last option here. Let's take another breath wherever we're at. And then send everything long again. Maybe it's just the leg, maybe leg and arm. Drop the right hand down and the left knee. So we're going to move that to the right side. The right leg goes long, hip height, maybe the left arm. Finding that balance. And then maybe kicking back and holding that foot as an option. Releasing, sending everything long again. And then the left hand down, the right knee. So from here, we're going to take the left leg back. So take your left leg back, I've turned so you can see, and then take your left leg out to the side. So you want to plant your left foot on your mat or on the ground. Now your right knee stays in line with your hip as you inhale and you bring the arms up. Reaching palms together, stretching up. Now we're going to take the arms out to the side. You may want a block under your right hand. As we turn the right hand down to the mat, we could be on fingertips, left arm up to the ceiling. As you do so, try not to sit back, so try to keep that hip in line with the knee. And you might want your hand a little further out, but just let your body guide you. Hips stay open, we might even look up at that left hand. And then we're going to bring ourselves back up, arms long. We're going to reach for our left leg and send our right arm palm facing in towards the ceiling, towards the head. Feeling that lovely opening down the right side. From here, bring the left hand back up, reach both hands back to the ceiling, palms touch. Now you might want your block or bolster in front of you. We're going to bring our hands down, and as we do so, we're going to sit back to that right heel. So your hands could be on your bolster. You might come all the way down to your mat, sending your arms long with your forehead on the mat. You might have your pillow here, your block. You're sitting to that back heel. Keeping that left leg out to the side. Taking another breath. Walking the hands in, we're going to stay sitting on that right heel, or you could sit on a block and turn towards your left leg as you point your toes upwards. Now if this is uncomfortable, just get your block and you sit on your block like this. It makes it much more comfortable. Toes pointing up, turning towards that leg, you're going to walk towards it. So you're just folding to that left side, really push into your left heel. We can stay quite high. We can slowly use that breath to maybe go deeper. Let the head go. Walk yourself back up, take that block away if you were using it. Come back onto your hands in table position and then bring that leg first of all back and then in. Take 3 rounds of cat-cow breath again, rolling through the spine slowly with your breath. Taking your time. Really working through that area of the sacral chakra, creativity. And then releasing the spine to neutral. We're taking the right leg back first, so long, and then out to the right side, planting that foot down. We can step our hands in or we come up in one inhale, reaching palms to ceiling. We're opening the arms wide and then bringing our left hand to our mat, maybe to our block. We could be on fingertips. We might send the palm down, reach that right arm. Maybe we look up at the right hand. And try and have your left hand under your left shoulder as much as you can. Opening down that side body. Inhale brings us up, arms are wide, and then we reach to our right side, right leg, left arm to the ceiling or towards the left ear. Sometimes we tend to sit a little over, so you might need to just adjust yourself, reaching long. Inhale, bring both hands back to the ceiling. And this is where we sit back to that heel. Think about child's pose, coming down to your mat, but keeping that right leg out to the side. Breathing long. Just honouring your feelings, anything that's coming up in the body. And just allowing everything to be fluid, like water. Sometimes we can be quite stiff, quite stagnant, quite stuck. Let's take another breath here, just flowing with that energy. And then we walk the hands in. This is where we might want to sit on our block as we turn our right toes to the ceiling and we turn towards that leg and we fold. So just going as far as feels okay for us. Making your way back up, removing that block. You're coming back onto your hands in that table position and then just stepping that knee in. Take your 3 cat-cow breaths again, rolling through the spine in your own time. One more. Coming back to neutral, just tucking your toes, sitting back to your heels, lifting up into downward dog pose. We're going to send the left leg long. Draw the knee towards the left wrist and take the right leg back for pigeon pose. Now we're going to come up onto our fingertips, opening into the heart space, the solar plexus, the abdomen. Just pausing here. You have that option if you want to kick back. Now if you do so, try to be more on the fleshy part rather than the bone of the knee. You might want to draw that heel towards you. Now if you take hold of the outer edge and then you can hug that foot towards you, maybe even in the crease of the elbow. Gazing forwards, opening into the throat. Take another breath. And then release that foot if you did take hold. Bring your hand back to your mat and we're going to take that walk forwards. Again, your pillow or your block can be there for your head, or you might make a little pillow with your arms resting your head. So we're now in that full pigeon pose. Remember, your hips need to feel in line. You might want to take a little rock side to side before finding that stillness. One of my favourite poses, it always has been. Remember, we can also do this on our back by drawing that knee in, so please don't worry if this is really uncomfortable for you, do change it. And taking a few more breaths now. Just maybe letting go of anything that we feel we've been holding on to. Walking your hands back towards your knee, and we're going to sit on that left glute, bring that right leg around and over our left. If it's uncomfortable, we can take that bottom leg long. Let's take our right hand behind us to our mat or to our block and inhale that left arm up, taking a twist here. So elbow into that outer knee, or we're hugging it, and then we're twisting to our right shoulder. Turning the gaze behind or just gently closing the eyes. Being aware of that solar plexus area, that fire, abdomen point. This is where you find your power, your purpose, your confidence. Maybe letting go of any self-criticism. Just having that belief as we take these next few breaths here. Turning your head back first, releasing that right leg back behind you, bringing your hands onto your mat. We're going to step to a plank pose. You want to untuck that back right knee, step into plank. Remember, you can drop your knees back down. So again, being aware of that core area, feeling your strength, finding your strength. Some days we have to look a little harder for it, but it's always there. Take another breath here. And then as you exhale, bending your elbows, bringing your tummy to your mat. Taking a cobra pose, relaxing your toes. And then moving back into downward facing dog. Grounding, feet, hands connecting. That stability, that strength. That grounding. We're going to take that right leg long in three-legged dog. Drawing the knee towards the thumb. Pigeon pose, taking left leg long. We're walking up onto our fingertips. This might be enough, just staying here, opening into the heart. We've got that option of kicking back and holding that foot, drawing it in, inside or outside, whatever works best. And then keeping that throat open as you take these next few breaths. If you did have hold of the foot, just release it. Take that walk down your mat. Resting the head maybe completely to your mat or on some support. Maybe taking that little bit of movement side to side. And then finding that stillness in this pose. Maybe bringing in the affirmation, I am powerful. I am stepping into my power. Maybe being aware of that fire, that yellow light in the abdomen, growing stronger. Make our way up when ready. We're going to sit back on that right glute now, taking that leg around. So we bring the knee over, or the leg over the knee, turn so you can see. Left hand is back this time, right arm reaches up to the ceiling, and then we come into that twist. So as you come into your twist, try and have your hand quite close to you. Sometimes we tend to do this, and then we're leaning. So quite close to the spine, and then pulling that left shoulder back. Bringing the head back first, and then that arm. So we're going to come to kneeling. I'm going to give you a couple of options. We're going to come into camel pose. So if it's not for you, you could just stay seated and just step your hands back and have that opening. Think about your heart space. You could be here. If you're quite used to practicing camel and you like it, I tend to tuck toes. It makes it a little bit easier. You might also just bring one hand back and then the other into the lower back. This could be a softer version. Again, sending heart space forward. Or the full version is that hand comes back onto the heel, make sure it's on the heel, and then the other arm comes back to the other heel. And you're pushing your heart space forward, your chest forward. I quite like my chin tucked in, but you can also take your head back, depending on your neck. Remember, if this is not comfortable on knees, you could be cross-legged, sending hands behind you, sending chest forwards. Take another breath wherever you're at. Just radiating that energy of the heart. And then sitting back to your heels, relaxing your toes, coming into Balasana, full pose, forehead down, arms alongside you. Just bringing a heaviness into the shoulders and the arms. Knowing that you give and receive love freely. Knowing that you have that deep love and connection for yourself. Most important love. Coming up when you're ready, either stay kneeling or you could cross your legs. We're going to bring one hand heart, one hand abdomen, and close the eyes. Feeling the breath, feeling the movement, maybe even feeling your heart beating. I want you to talk to yourself right now just as you would your best friend. Reminding yourself that you are enough. Reminding yourself how beautiful or handsome you are. Reminding yourself that you have this inner strength, this power. You are loved. The universe is always guiding you and protecting you. And just sit with this for a moment, feeling your heart, feeling your breath, feeling this love for yourself. If you are finishing at 7, it's 7 o'clock now, so I'll let you end when you're ready. If you are continuing, just stay here for a few more breaths. Maybe noticing how it feels just to sit with yourself. Something we don't do that often. We very rarely find silence anymore. There's so many distractions. So I would encourage you as much as possible to take those moments of silence on your mat without any devices, closing your eyes, just being in your body. And yes, maybe it brings tears, maybe it brings emotion, maybe it brings stuff that you don't want to deal with. Remember, we need to release. We need to find silence to truly hear. I'm going to take another 3 deep breaths here. releasing the arms when you're ready. Let your legs come out in front of you. In fact, let's grab our bolster or our pillow under our knees, just to be a little bit more supported. And just take your bolster or your pillow under your knees. If you haven't got one, don't worry, you can do this without. And then we're going to take the arms up, reach up, and then exhale, coming forwards. And then just let your hands fall wherever's comfortable. It might be your mat, it might be your toes or your legs, or it might be bending the elbows towards the knees and holding your head. You've got that lovely release going on in the lower back. Soften your shoulders. Let go of the jaw. Release the tongue. And just keep moving slowly deeper with every breath. There's a beautiful quote by Rumi that I wrote down, and it says, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." And I just thought it's such a powerful quote. I'll put it in our little group for us. Let's take another few breaths here. Taking one more breath. And then rolling yourself up. We're going to take the legs either side of our bolster or pillow. And then we're going to bend the left leg in and just bring it on top. So you might need to bring your bolster or pillow closer to you. And then we're going to fold back forward. So you're kind of putting weight and pressure into that left leg. It's a good stress on that left leg. Again, you could be holding your head. You could have your hands on your bolster, just having that pressure of coming forwards. Again, as you exhale, you might just slowly deepen with every breath. Another breath here. And then just rolling up. Letting that left leg come out. I'm going to do the same now on that right side. Just having that leg supported and held, and then folding forwards, putting that gentle pressure. Knowing that you're getting into those deeper tissues as you hold. Remember, never be there feeling like there's pain. Always change it or come out. Quite often your body is showing you where there's tightness and tension, and you're giving it that space to release. Use your breath here. When you're ready, slowly making your way back up. So we are going to grab our block and our bolster. So if you have your block at the top of your mat, and then have your bolster on top of it. So basically you've got a little bit of height in your head. You also could add a blanket, which will feel quite nice as well. So do be comfortable. And then bring your lower back into your support. Have a bend in your legs. And we're going to fold back onto that support. So the idea is we have space in the throat, the heart, and we've got a softness in the arms. So we kind of rotate the shoulders back and the palms facing up. You could bring the soles of your feet together if you find that's comfortable in butterfly pose. And if you've done that, it also feels quite nice to have some support under the legs, whether that's another blanket or a pillow under each thigh, or even 2 blocks. So again, just make those adjustments so you feel comfortable. If it's not comfortable with your bolster, you could just take it away and just lie on your mat. As you rest back, I want you to bring awareness to your throat area, to your throat chakra. So you're breathing in and out of the throat. As you work in this area, maybe being aware of that indigo light. And also maybe bringing in the affirmation, I express myself freely. And this doesn't mean in a negative way, but it means honouring your own feelings, your own right of speech. This is an area that often is very stagnant, blocked. We suppress, we bite our tongue, we hold in what we want to say. And every time we do that, we're not honouring ourselves. So just feel this space now opening. Again, I express myself freely. Inhaling, exhaling into that throat space. When you're ready, just draw your knees back in towards each other if you did take your knees wide. Bring Bring your hands or your elbows into your mat as you push yourself back up. Turn your bolster so it's now widthways on your mat and move your block or your blanket away. We hold on to our bolster, we roll back over it, we walk our feet closer to it, we come into bridge, we send the hips high and the bolster lower, so it's around the glutes and the lower back. Once it's in place, you're going to draw your knees to your chest, hugging the knees in. Again, we can do this without any support. Bring your arms inside of your legs and take hold of the outside edge of your feet, happy baby pose. Holding now for a few more breaths. Maybe taking hold of the big toes or the back of the legs and taking the legs wide. You can create that gentle pressure with the hands, pulling the legs towards you. And holding on to the big toes, again, that gentle pressure. If the legs are particularly tight, you can hold the back of the knees. And then bringing the legs in. Two options, we can stay in a double leg raise, so feet go to ceiling, arms are resting alongside you, or you might like to come into shoulder stand, pushing away from your bolster, taking hold of your back, sending the hips, toes high. So choosing what works today. And I want you to start to bring awareness to your third eye, so that point between the eyebrows. As you inhale and exhale, imagine you're breathing into this space, clearing this lens, trusting your own inner wisdom, your own intuition. You can take on those words, those feelings of others, not listening to our own voice, our own wisdom. So just feeling this area opening, shining, clearing. If you did come into shoulder stand, you might like to come back down. And then we're going to rebend the knees to the chest, keeping that support there if it's still there, hugging knees in. And then if it's comfortable, just send everything long. So your legs now go long, that bolsters in your lower back, glutes. You can reach your arms long or you can cactus them, bending at the elbows. Just noticing how you feel. When you're ready, rebend the legs. Come up into that bridge position and slide your support away from your lower back, sending it down your mat and your feet. Bring both feet then back onto your mat, arms alongside you. Let's take a bridge pose, so send the hips high. You might like to link your fingers and roll onto your shoulders as well, holding that bridge position. Releasing the arms, so the arms are alongside you, pushing up again into bridge, and then as you exhale, lower the spine back down. Open your arms wide, palms facing upwards. Let your knees fall to your left side. You can always prop with your block if needed. You might like to turn your head to the right. Bringing your head back to center, drawing the knees in. Let the knees now fall to your right side, maybe your head turns to the left. Rolling back to center, drawing both knees back into your chest. Taking a little roll side to side. And then when you feel ready, let your legs go long. You might have your bolster under your knees. It also feels quite nice on top of you, very grounding. And make sure you're warm and you're comfortable. We're doing a slightly longer relaxation this morning. So just make sure you feel fully comfortable. Adjusting everything so you can be still. Lying in Shavasana, closing the eyes, connecting back with your breath, the feeling of the floor beneath you. Bringing your awareness to the very base of your spine, that element of earth. Breathing in beautiful red light into the lower spine. Feeling grounded, feeling safe, knowing that you belong. Moving up to the sacral area, just below the belly button. The element here is water, and the colour is orange. Breathing in that orange light, knowing that you flow with ease. You are creative. Honouring your feelings and being open to joy. Remember, life is a balance of holding on and letting go. Resting in this awareness. Moving now to the solar plexus. Fire in the abdomen. Colour yellow. Breathing in that confidence, that purpose. Knowing that you are strong. You are powerful. Trusting yourself, trusting your path. Again, there's a lovely quote by Louise Hay that says, "You've been criticising yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens." Moving awareness now into your heart, the element of air and colour green. That self-love, compassion, knowing that you give and receive love freely. Breathing in that green light into your heart space. up to the throat, an element of ether, and that colour blue. Knowing that your voice matters, speaking your truth with clarity, with ease, with kindness. Breathing in that blue light into the throat space. Moving now to the third eye, colour indigo. Breathing in this indigo light between the eyebrows. Trusting your intuition. Affirmation, I see clearly. Resting in this awareness. And finally coming to the top of the head, breathing in beautiful white light. Knowing that you are whole, that you are perfect. Feeling grounded, creative, powerful, loved and connected.